Hello and welcome to Addicted to the Mouse. Today is Sunday, August 12th, and you're listening to episode number 60. Today we're talking about which Disney World park is best.
Hey everybody, Dan and Leslie here. Thanks for joining us this week. We are excited to talk about the best Disney World park. Although this was a tough one, but we
love them all so much.
Yes. So, but we'll get into that in a second. Before we do, we would love it if you'd go over to iTunes or Stitcher or whatever you listen to us on and go ahead and give us a rating and review over there. That helps us out tremendously.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have any suggestions or questions or anything for us, we would love to hear from you at Dan and Leslie at addictedtothemouse.com.
That's Leslie.
Yes.
Is how you spell your name.
Yeah, that is how I spell my name.
Okay, so today is a very special episode for us. Number one, it is the 60th episode of Addicted to the Mouse, which is not a huge
exciting
milestone, but kind of a little milestone.
Hey, it's a pretty big milestone.
It's kind of cool, right? Number two is that this podcast that we are doing right here will be actually a video as well. So
Yes.
if you want to see what we're talking about, I'm going to edit this after we finish the podcast, and we are going to throw it up on our YouTube channel. That is YouTube/OrthMelting4. That's all one word and the number 4. So
Yes.
go over there and check it out if you haven't checked it out. We are starting to put more, well, I guess this will be the first one. Starting to put actually instructional videos on our YouTube channel. For the last couple of years, we've been doing our family vacations on there, which we will continue to do. But we enjoy the podcast so much with the how-to plan and what our favorite stuff is and all of that. And then Leslie is obviously a travel agent who specializes in Disney vacations, so this will kind of lead into that, and maybe you can show your clients kind of how we like to plan in video form.
Yeah.
So if you like what you hear, go over and check out the video form of this, and we'll throw up some pictures and show you actually what we're talking about while we talk about it.
Absolutely. And if you have been following us, you have noticed that we have been doing a little bit more trip reports. We're pretty excited about that. That's one of the things that both Dan and I like to hear whenever we listen to podcasts is trip reports. And so if you have recently gone to a Disney destination that you want to talk about, shoot us an email and maybe we can get you on the schedule to come on the show for trip reports.
That's right. All right, so are you ready to get into episode number 60?
I'm ready. I'm really excited to know what you picked.
Okay, so the ground rules for how we're going to determine what the best Disney World park is. So, number one, we are talking about the 4 big theme parks, so no water parks. So we're talking about the Magic Kingdom, the Animal Kingdom, Disney's Animal Kingdom, or DAC, Hollywood Studios, and Epcot. Those are the 4.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to rank each 4, 1 through 4, in 5 different categories.
Mm-hmm.
Those categories are... first off is going to be rides.
Yep.
Second off is restaurants, but we're breaking restaurants into 2 separate categories, table service and quick service.
Okay.
Then we've got attractions, and attractions we have limited to rides and or parades. And then finally, we've got nighttime spectaculars. So we were going to choose our favorites in each park for each category, and then we are going to rank the park based off of how it compares with our favorites.
Yes.
So 5 categories. Again, 1 through 4 ranking. We are going to total up at the end how many 1s each category got, 2s, 3s, and 4s, and then whoever has the lowest, because 1 is best, 4 is worst, whoever has the lowest number at the end is our individual favorite parks. And then we are going to see who picked what.
So exciting.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so for rides, we're kind of breaking the mold a little bit, but for rides, we are going to choose our top 3 favorite rides per park and then compare the 3. For the rest of the categories, we'll just do our favorite. But there's so many rides, we got to kind of...
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you have to talk about more than just 4, 1 in each park, because there's just an abundance.
Right. So okay. So I'm going to go first, all right?
Okay.
So for Magic Kingdom, my favorite 3 rides are Seven Dwarfs Mine Train,
Okay.
Space Mountain,
Okay.
and Splash Mountain.
All right. You
All right.
picked 3 of the mountains.
3 of the mountains. I like the mountains. I am not a huge upside down roller coaster fan, but I really like these 3 mountains. I like the storytelling in Splash Mountain. I like the kind of new ride vehicle thing of Seven Dwarfs Mine Train where it swings, and the Space Mountain is just a classic, and it's in the dark, and it's just fun, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so are you going through all the parks, or you just now is it my turn?
I can go through all the parks. Yeah, I'll go through all the parks. All right, so Animal Kingdom. My favorites are Flight of Passage.
Okay.
Kilimanjaro Safaris.
Okay.
And Expedition Everest.
All right.
And then for Hollywood Studios, I've got Tower of Terror, Toy Story Midway Mania, and I haven't ridden it yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to like Slinky Dog.
I don't think that's fair.
Well, it's not fair, except it has to go on the list of bests because of every review I've heard. It's really, really good, and it is going to affect my rating.
Okay.
Even though I haven't ridden it yet, I've seen videos. And then finally for Epcot, I've got Soarin' Around the World. I've got Frozen Ever After, of course, and then I've got Test Track.
Okay.
Now, for those, I'm going to rank them. So my number 1 is Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
And that is because not only are those 3 mountains that I chose awesome, but there are so many rides in Magic Kingdom that I didn't get to list in my top 3. From Big Thunder to Jungle Cruise, Pirates, Haunted Mansion. There's just a ton of rides. I don't think that you can compare anything to Magic Kingdom.
That's true.
When it comes to rides.
I mean, it is pretty amazing.
My number 2 is Animal Kingdom, and that's pretty much primarily because of the new Pandora Land with the Flight of Passage ride. That thing is awesome. And then, of course, you've got the Yeti over there, and then who can beat the Kilimanjaro Safaris? We love those rides.
So many good memories on that ride.
I think maybe when Hollywood Studios actually opens everything they're working on, they just opened Toy Story Land, and they're working on Galaxy Edge, the Star Wars land. I think probably there may be a chance that Hollywood Studios maybe jumps Animal Kingdom, but right now it's going to be Animal Kingdom number 2. And then Epcot is my number 3, and Hollywood Studios is my number 4. And I really can't justify that. I went back and forth. I think either one could take 3 or 4, but that's just how I ranked it.
Okay. You ready for mine?
Yes, sir.
All right. You just called me a sir.
Yeah, I did.
All right. So for Magic Kingdom, my top 3 favorites are Splash, Haunted Mansion, and Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Okay.
I'm not a huge Space Mountain fan, as you know, so it's just that's why it didn't make my list. But for Animal Kingdom, I chose the exact same as you: Expedition Everest, Flight of Passage, and Kilimanjaro Safari. For Hollywood, we had 2 of the same with Toy Story Mania and Tower of Terror, but I also chose Star Wars. Star Tours. I went back and forth, and I thought about putting down Slinky Dog Dash.
You thought it was cheating?
Didn't think it was really fair since I hadn't ridden it. I didn't think I could put that on my top 3 yet.
Okay.
And then for Epcot, I did Soarin', Test Track, and then I put Spaceship Earth over Frozen Ever After. And I think it's probably just because...
Okay, I can see that. It's nostalgic.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like we have to ride it every time we go, so it's one of my favorite go-tos.
Yeah, I could see that. Of course, I mean, my favorite ride is Living with the Land, but I didn't really think that could compare with the other rides for most of the listeners. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's your favorite.
Well, I guess. So how do they rank?
All right, so I put Flight of Passage as my number 1, my favorite ride in all of Disney World.
Which means Animal Kingdom is number 1 for rides for you?
Yep.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Out of left field here.
And I mean, really, honestly, as I agree with you wholeheartedly that, Magic Kingdom has some fabulous rides. But, like, I sat there for the longest time, and I couldn't decide between Expedition Everest, Flight of Passage, and Kilimanjaro Safari which one I was going to put as my favorite.
Wow.
Out of those 3, because I love them all so much.
All right.
So my number 2 is actually Soarin'. It's Epcot, which puts Magic Kingdom at my 3rd.
Oh my gosh, you're breaking the mold over here.
I know. And then Hollywood Studios as my number 4.
Okay. All right, so food. Let's do table service first, and then we'll both do that, and then quick service second. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think we should go back and forth on this one, though. So, like, you say your favorite, and I'll say mine.
All right. So my favorite table service This is kind of a cop-out here because we have never eaten here, but I feel like
cheating again.
I have to list it as the best table service restaurant in Magic Kingdom, and that's Cinderella's Royal Table.
Okay, all right.
I mean, it is in the castle, for crying out loud. The reason we've never eaten there is because we have boys, and it is a princess meal. I'm sure we would have if we hadn't eaten there. Yeah. And there's really no other table service restaurants in there that I really want to eat at. If we're doing a big table service restaurant around Magic Kingdom, we're going to run over to probably California Grill or Ohana, Chef Mickey, something like that in one of the Magic Kingdom resorts. But inside Magic Kingdom, yeah, I'm thinking it's CRT.
Okay. Mine was Liberty Tree Tavern.
I can see that. I mean, it's good food.
Yeah.
The ambiance fits in with Liberty Square and the colonial theme. We have eaten there. It's very, very good. I just don't think it can compare to CRT from what I have seen on videos because we've never eaten there. All right, so Animal Kingdom, mine is Yak and Yeti.
Yep, mine too.
All right, I kind of went back and forth between Yak and Yeti and Tusker House, but
I did too.
Yak and Yeti won out. It's just a really, really good Pan-Asian cuisine. It is not Disney-owned. I believe it is Landry, the Landry folks owned.
Yeah.
Really, really good, though. All right, so Hollywood Studios. So I don't think it's the best restaurant food quality, but for ambiance and just nostalgia, I had to go with Sci-Fi.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
So Brown Derby, we've eaten at Brown Derby. That's the signature restaurant in there, and it is pretty good.
Yeah.
But it's kind of stuffy and
it's not our style.
Yeah, I don't feel the need to go there. And then Epcot via Napoli.
Me too.
So there are so many table service restaurants in Epcot, from Garden Grill. I mean, it's just so good. And we've eaten at a bunch of them, but via Napoli it's my go-to.
Yeah, all right.
It's really, really good pizza.
So how'd you rank them?
So I ranked Epcot 1.
Okay.
And that was kind of, obviously Via Napoli, one of my favorites, but just the sheer volume of available table service options. Mm-hmm. If Via Napoli's booked up, I don't care. I can easily find a table service restaurant anywhere else. My number 2 was Yak and Yeti at Animal Kingdom. Number 3, I went with Cinderella's Royal Table just because of the popularity of it. And how, the reviews from everybody eating in the castle is kind of cool. And then Sci-Fi, Hollywood Studios. Hollywood Studios really doesn't have the best food anyway. I really love the ambiance, but the food is kind of so-so. I go for the ambiance and to get in out of the heat and everything. So.
Okay. All right. So we were similar in the first choice.
Okay.
Via Napoli was my number 1.
Okay.
Everything else is different.
All right.
I actually picked Sci-Fi, so I picked Hollywood Studios as second. Once again, not because of the food, but I just have a lot of really great memories from our trips there, and I really love, like you said, the ambiance, and so that played into that choice pretty heavily. And then Yak and Yeti 3 because you can't beat that food. I mean,
oh man,
I haven't been disappointed yet with anything there. It's just fantastic.
Yes, it is.
And then Liberty Tree Tavern is 4th.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Let's go over to quick service. Magic Kingdom, I've got Be Our Guest for lunch.
Yep. Me too.
That's pretty much a given. I mean, it's the best one.
It is.
There are some good options because you really do need a reservation if you don't want to stay in the line forever there or get turned away at the door. Pecos Bills is kind of our number 2. Columbia Harbor House is pretty tasty. There's some really good snacks. You can go over to Sleepy Hollow and get some things. But really Be Our Guest for lunch is probably your go-to for quick service in Magic Kingdom. Animal Kingdom, you got to go with Satuli Canteen.
Oh, absolutely. Hands down.
Flame Tree Barbecue, I think, is a second. And then Yak and Yeti quick service has some good snack type options. But I think they knocked it out of the park with Satuli Canteen. Hollywood Studios, I put Woody's Lunchbox. And I've never eaten there, but I hate all other quick service options at...
Yeah. I actually put none.
No. Okay, just from looking at the menu and seeing some reviews, I think Woody's Lunchbox will be pretty tasty, so that's why I put it.
I'll concur with that. I'll change my none to Woody's Lunchbox, even though we haven't eaten there. But I have to say, I have not been impressed with any of the other quick services at Hollywood Studios. Matter of fact, another agent on our little private Facebook page just asked what everybody's favorite quick service at Disney's Hollywood Studios is, and my comment was, none of them. I'm going to walk to the boardwalk.
Yeah, right. That's a good option. And then finally, Epcot, I put La Cava del Tequila.
Ah, La Cava is very good. I put, I can't say it, but the Les Halles Boulangerie.
Les Halles. Yeah. So the French quick service.
Yes.
A lot of people don't even know it's there. We didn't even know it was there for the first few times going into France. So you go all the way back into France. And then it's in the back left corner. You're going to pass a nice little ice cream shop. And then you go back in the back, and they've...
You actually go through a gift shop.
You go through a gift shop, and it's back in there, but it's really cool. It's like cafeteria style. You see everything in front of you, and it's a lot of pastries and sandwiches, and it is really pretty tasty.
And that's why I picked it, was because I like it that we can go there if we want, something savory, or it has really excellent sweet options too. So that's why I picked it.
So, again, Epcot has a ton of these. Garden Grill is a fantastic one. It's in the Land Pavilion. That's I'm sorry, not Garden Grill. Sunshine Seasons is right underneath Garden Grill. That's a fantastic quick service one. I mean, of course, all the festivals with the booths out there. The Mexican quick service is really good. I really like La Cava just because of the ambiance and getting the chips and dips and stuff. And
although it is very tiny, so just be forewarned that sometimes the wait can be very long because it is very, very tiny.
And they've got a ton of good margaritas in there, but it's inside the pyramid in Mexico. So you can find it in there. So, all right, so I ranked those. Animal Kingdom number 1.
I did too.
Number 2, Epcot for all the different options.
Okay.
Number 3, Magic Kingdom, Be Our Guest. Number 4, Hollywood Studios. And maybe if we try Woody's Lunchbox, it pops up on that thing, but I doubt it, just judging from every other Hollywood Studios quick service place.
Yeah. So I did Animal Kingdom with Satui Canteen, and then Be Our Guest at Magic Kingdom is second for me. The French place that I'm not going to embarrass myself and try to say again at Epcot is number 3, and then Hollywood Studios is number 4.
Very good. All right. So attractions. So these are shows or parades. So for Magic Kingdom, this is not including nighttime spectaculars. Okay. So Magic Kingdom, I did Festival of Fantasy Parade, which is my favorite parade there. Animal Kingdom, I did Festival of the Lion King. Hollywood Studios, I've got the Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular. And Epcot, I've got Voices of Liberty. Won me over. I really like seeing those
nice.
guys.
Okay, so I don't know. I might have broken the rules a little bit, but I chose Carousel of Progress as my attraction because I don't consider that as a ride.
I think, I'll allow it.
Okay. A Festival of Lion King at Animal Kingdom is my Animal Kingdom pick. The Indiana Jones at Hollywood Studios is that pick, and then I picked Turtle Talk with Crush.
Okay, that's kind of a show. Yeah,
I just think it's so cute. Regardless if your kid is the one that gets picked out of the little bunch out in the front, it's just fun to hear Crush talk to them and them talk back and see the wonder in their eyes. And
look at the humans in the human tank, man.
Yeah. And then he always leaves you with to say dude as much as you can for the rest of the day because your parents are going to love it.
So let's rank these things. So I ranked them in the exact order that I said them. So Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, and Epcot.
That is exactly how I ranked them as well.
All right, then. And then finally, nighttime spectaculars. So Magic Kingdom is, of course, Happily Ever After.
I mean,
it's the only one there. So Animal Kingdom, you've got Rivers of Light. And then Hollywood Studios, there's actually a couple of them. I would say there's probably multiples of them, depending on what time of year you go. If you're going at Christmas, they've added the...
Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam.
Bam. But throughout the year, there is the Star Wars fireworks, which is kind of a combination laser light show on the Chinese theater and fireworks above it to like Star Wars themed music. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I chose that one. The other one is Phantasmic, which we've seen multiple times in the past, but weren't that blown away by it the last time we saw it. And then in Epcot, you've of course got Illuminations, which is there now. However, the rumor is that will be getting a refurb sometime in the near future.
Which I am very okay with.
Yes.
I think we're in the minority in our lack of love for Illuminations, but...
Not my favorite show.
It's just not.
Not my favorite show. It's not bad. It's just kind of dated.
Yeah.
It feels dated.
Yeah.
So.
I picked the same as you. I would like to note on the Star Wars Galactic Spectacular, I picked that. I think I probably would have picked Phantasmic had I not been so disappointed the last time.
Yeah.
But then also, I like the fact that you can just be on the street and you don't have to wait in line and get a seat and yada, 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 like you do with Fantasmic.
Yeah, because Fantasmic, you're kind of herded like cattle into this stadium, and it's fine getting in, but getting out is a nightmare.
Yeah. So that was another reason that I picked Star Wars.
Okay. So I ranked them number 1, Magic Kingdom.
Yes.
Happily Ever After, the best nighttime spectacular there is, period, hands down. I hope no one disagrees with that because I can't talk to you anymore if you disagree with that. I don't know. All right.
Okay.
Number 2, I did Star Wars Spectacular.
Yep,
number 3, Illuminations. And number 4, Rivers of Light. To be honest, never seen it, never wanted to see it. It gets kind of at reviews, and I'm not a. I mean, I have no interest.
Yeah, that was my exact same ranking. So, all right. Okay, so how did you?
Well, when we add all of this up, and I add all of my numbers up, I got
Start with number 4.
Number 4, Hollywood Studios with 17 points.
Okay.
Number 3, Epcot with 13 points.
Okay.
Number 2, Animal Kingdom with 11 points. And my number 1, the best Disney park, is Magic Kingdom with 9 points.
All right. Okay, so whenever I added mine up, I got number 4 is Hollywood Studios with 15 points.
All right.
And I think that will probably change once Star Wars opens.
Things are going to change.
But, and then my number 3 is Epcot with 13 points as well.
Okay.
And then I actually tied here.
You tied?
Yeah. So Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom both got 11. So I did a little tiebreaker.
Okay.
All right.
Let's have it.
I went ahead and wrote down snacks.
Oh, breaking the rule breaker over here.
I mean, I had to have a tiebreaker, right? So I wrote down snacks. And so for Magic Kingdom, I picked waffle sandwich as my favorite snack.
Agree. That's pretty good. Pretty good.
For Animal Kingdom, I couldn't really think of my favorite snack there other than beer. So I picked a Mickey pretzel because we've done that some. And then for Hollywood Studios.
Wait, why do you need a tiebreaker if it's just between the top 2?
Well, I just went ahead because I thought, I wonder if this would skew the whole ranking.
Okay.
You know?
All right.
So, Hollywood Studios, I did carrot cake cookie, and then for Epcot, I did school bread. And so I ranked them. Hollywood Studios carrot cake cookie 1. That was my top.
Okay.
Waffle sandwich got number 2. School bread got number 3, and then the pretzel got number 4. So that it didn't change any of the ranking, except now Hollywood Studios and Epcot tie, but for last. But Magic Kingdom is the best park.
All right, so we agree. So there you go. I know it's probably not a huge surprise to people that the oldest park and the park that Walt first dreamed of in Disney World, created in 1971, is when it opened. So coming up on its 50-year anniversary in 2021. So
which we will be there for.
Well, yeah, at some point in time, I'm sure it's going to be a full year celebration, but I'm sure it's not too any surprise that is probably the best park on a lot of people's lists.
Yes.
But definitely ours. So, all right, there you have it. If you disagree with us, feel free to leave a comment in the spot below or shoot us an email and yell at us, and we will be happy to respond on the next podcast. It's Dan and Leslie, LESLIE, at addictedtothemouse.com. Or if you need a quote on your next Disney World trip, I think Leslie could probably help you out with that.
Absolutely.
It is 100% free if you use a travel agent that specializes in Disney vacations. They will book all of your stuff, and you can do as much or as little of the planning as you want to. But it's a pretty good deal for not costing you any additional money. So
Yep,
there you go.
Absolutely.
All right, so
do we have anything else? I have to say I'm going to commend you on this idea because when you first said we had to talk about the best park, I said, how are we going to do that? I can't even ever decide. So this was a very logical way of working that out.
Well, thank you very much.
Absolutely. All right. So until next time.
You have been listening to Addicted to the Mouse.